Hello friends, welcome to my video. Today's topic is how India's 2026 master plan that worries the West. Let's start. For the last 70-odd years, the world has played by a set of rules mostly written by the West. Its dominance felt absolute, its economic and geopolitical power unshakable. But what if I told you that by 2026, a calculated master plan from India is set to quietly rewrite those very rules? Now, this isn't a military conflict, it's a strategic shift that's already happening right under the surface. It's a story of ambition, infrastructure, and a quiet technological revolution all coming together at a speed few have really grasped. The real question is, how is India pulling this off? And why is its rise by 2026 making the world's established powers so uneasy? For decades, the global order was pretty simple. The West, led by the US, set the agenda. They controlled the world's financial systems, its key trade routes, and the tech that powered modern life. Developing nations were mostly expected to fall in line, playing the part of junior partners or peripheral players. For much of its history, India was seen as a sleeping giant, a country with immense potential but held back by chronic challenges. But then, the world started to change. The 2008 financial crisis showed deep cracks in the Western financial system. More recently, the pandemic and geopolitical conflicts shattered the illusion of secure global supply chains, revealing just how dangerously dependent the world was on single manufacturing hubs. The weaponization of trade, where economic ties are used as a political tool, became the new normal. This was the catalyst. For India, these global shocks weren't just a crisis, but a historic opportunity, an awakening, a moment of realizing that the old model of dependency was broken. The only path forward was radical self-reliance. And this wasn't just a political slogan. It became the quiet, unwritten doctrine driving a series of massive, interconnected national projects. A master plan that looks set to converge around the year 2026. The first and most visible pillar of this plan is a revolution in steel and concrete. It's called PM Gati Shakti, which translates to the power of speed. Launched in 2021, this isn't just another infrastructure program. It's a colossal national mission to rewire the entire economic geography of India. The ambition here is staggering. An integrated digital platform that brings 16 different government ministries together to plan and execute projects in perfect sync. Picture a single digital map of India with over 200 layers of data, showing every road, railway, port, and pipeline. Before Gati Shakti, a new highway could be finished, only for a different department to dig it all up a year later to lay fiber optic cables. That era of everyone working in their own little silo is ending. The goal is brutally efficient and transformative. Slash India's logistics costs from a crippling 14% of its GDP down to a globally competitive 8%. This is being done through a breathtaking lineup of megaprojects. We're talking thousands of kilometers of new expressways under the Bharatmala project, modernized ports under the Sagarmala initiative, and over 35 multimodal logistics parks designed to be the central nervous system of Indian commerce. By 2026, many of these critical corridors will be up and running, creating a seamless web of connectivity that was unimaginable just a decade ago. But this isn't just about building roads. It's about building an economic engine. When moving goods gets cheaper and faster, Indian manufacturing gets more competitive. It positions India as a real alternative to China, creating a resilient supply chain hub that can't be easily pressured by the West. That kind of efficiency is the first reason the West is watching with concern. The second pillar of India's master plan is less about concrete and more about code. If infrastructure is the body, technology is the nervous system. For years, the world's tech story was dominated by Silicon Valley and Shenzhen. India was seen as the world's back office, a source of affordable IT talent. That's changing, and fast. The foundation for this is India's Digital Public Infrastructure, or DPI. a unified system for identity, payments, and data that has already brought hundreds of millions of people into the formal digital economy. No other country has built anything quite on this scale. This digital backbone is now the launchpad for a much bigger goal: technological sovereignty. The new frontier is semiconductors, the tiny chips that power everything from our phones to AI data centers. Recognizing this was a critical vulnerability, India launched the India Semiconductor Mission, a multi-billion-dollar push to build a domestic chip-making ecosystem from the ground up. After years of planning, major global players and Indian giants like the Tata Group are setting up facilities. The government's ambitious timeline aims for the first commercial chips to be produced in India by 2026. Even if there are delays, just starting production marks a monumental shift. It's a direct challenge to the global tech supply chain, which is currently a major point of geopolitical leverage for the West. The US has used its dominance in chip tech as a powerful foreign policy tool. An India that can make its own semiconductors is an India that's far less exposed to that kind of pressure. This push for tech self-reliance sends a clear signal. India isn't content to just be a customer of Western or Chinese tech. It plans to be a creator, a hub for a new, more decentralized global tech order. And a tech power that isn't firmly in anyone's camp is a variable that really complicates the old equations of global power. The final pillar is India's unique brand of foreign policy, often called multi-alignment. The days of choosing between blocks, of siding with the East or the West, are over. India has revived the art of strategic autonomy for the 21st century. Put simply, India works with everyone but is loyal to no one except its own national interest. This is why you see India as a key member of the Quad, a security dialogue with the US, Japan, and Australia, while at the same time it's buying more Russian oil despite huge Western pressure. It's why India engages with China in groups like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, even while the two countries have serious border disputes. This refusal to be crammed into a simple democracies versus autocracies box is a constant source of frustration for Western strategists. They want the world's largest democracy to pick a side. India, however, is choosing its own. The year 2026 is a critical test for this strategy. On January 1, 2026, India took over the presidency of the newly expanded BRICS group. Its chosen theme is clear: building for resilience, innovation, cooperation, and sustainability. It plans to champion the interests of the global South, not as an anti-Western bloc, but as a distinctly non-Western one. This leadership role gives India a powerful platform to build coalitions outside the Western orbit, which further strengthens its independence. For the West, this is unsettling. An independent India, leading a group of other independent-minded nations, represents a significant chipping away of the West's ability to set the global agenda. It signals the rise of a powerful new pole in a multipolar world, one that doesn't play by the old rules. So why does it feel like everything is coming to a head in 2026? It's not a finish line, but it is a powerful inflection point. It's a year of convergence. By 2026, the economic payoff from the Gati Shakti infrastructure boom will be impossible to ignore, as key freight corridors and logistics parks hit their stride. Projections from multiple institutions already show India's economy as a rare global bright spot with solid growth. 2026 is the year India's semiconductor ambitions are slated to show their first real results, marking a huge symbolic step towards tech independence. And 2026 is the year India is at the helm of BRICS, steering its multi-alignment doctrine through a world of new tensions and pressures. Individually, any one of these is a big deal, but together they create a compounding effect, a surge of momentum. This is what's making the West uneasy. The concern isn't that India will become an enemy. The concern is that India is becoming something far more complex, a truly independent power that can't be easily managed or pulled into one camp. Its economic model, powered by its own people and new infrastructure, offers a third way between Western free market ideas and Chinese state-led capitalism. Its tech rise threatens to break the US-China duopoly, and its friends with everyone, allies with no one foreign policy actively undermines the bloc-based thinking that has defined the last 70 years. The Western-led order was built on the idea that rising powers would eventually just join the club and play by the existing rules. India is signaling that it's busy building its own club and writing its own rules. India's 2026 master plan isn't a declaration of hostility. It's a declaration of ambition. It's the calculated strategy of an ancient civilization reclaiming its place on the world stage, not as a follower, but as a leading power in its own right. The path forward is full of immense challenges. Pulling off these mega projects and navigating fierce geopolitical headwinds will test the nation to its limits. But the direction is clear. The rise of India is no longer a matter of if, but a matter of how fast. And as these once separate streams of infrastructure, technology, and foreign policy all merge, they're creating a new reality. The old world order is fading, a new multipolar world is being born, and India is shaping up to be one of its principal architects. This is a story that's unfolding in real time, and we'll be covering every major development right here. If you want to understand the forces shaping our new world, make sure to subscribe to Urban Monk Nest channel and turn on notifications. Let us know in the comments. Do you think India's strategy of multi-alignment can work in such a polarized world? We'd love to hear what you think.